Patch 1.6 is out, and in this video, we will go over what I think is interesting to know regarding the new DAX Battlegroup. The in-game tooltip does a sufficient job describing how the abilities work for the most part. However, there are still things that I believe are useful to know in addition to the tooltips. Without further ado, let us begin. We are starting with the Cyberwagen. The half-track allows nearby infantry's team weapons and vehicles within 30 meters radius of the ability to be invisible and enables the first strike bonuses to certain camouflage units when engaging the enemy. The Cyberwagen only enables the first strike bonuses to Panzer Grenadiers, Panzer Pioneers, Assault Grenadiers, Panzerjägers, and heavy machine gun and anti-tank gun team weapons. Other infantry units such as CoH3 or Berserkers do not receive first strike bonuses from the Fang. Vehicles and indirect fire team weapons also do not receive the first strike ability. The main challenge when using the Cyberwagen is the micro attacks. To understand the issue, we first look at how the Cyberwagen's camouflage works. Units concealed by the Cyberwagen are in the hold fire stance, except for the heavy machine gun and anti-tank guns. Using a few team weapons to defend the flanks can lessen the micro attacks, allowing us to focus on our infantry block. Medical trucks and the Cyberwagen also have a unique synergy. The medical truck has 2 garrison slots, and it is only detectable by enemy units when they are within the 12.5 meter range. This makes them unlikely to be spotted, allowing us to use them as a stealth garrison for our infantry units. Additionally, the concealed medical truck can also be used as a green cover against the small arms. The Cyberwagen is DAX's resource sheet. Upon reaching veterancy 1, the Cyberwagen generates 5 munition per minute. The subsequent veterancies further improve this passive ability up to 16 munition per minute at veterancy 3. The transfer depot conversion rates are at 50 munition for 100, 125, and 150 manpower, depending on the size of the capture point. Considering the Wagen has 6 upkeep per minute, it generates more resources than its upkeep. For instance, a Wave 3 Wagen generates 16 munition per minute, which is equal to 40 manpower when converted to a medium control point. The Wagen has a very high potential depending on how well we use it, as it generates more resources than its upkeep, in addition to its utilities such as planting the heavy mine, capturing control points, and spawning Goliath. Speaking of the Goliath, the unit's detonation ability can be toggled between manual and auto modes. When set to auto, the Goliath will self-detonate when it is within 2.5 meters of an enemy unit. This feature may seem convenient, but we should not use this feature if possible. It is unlikely for us to wipe the enemy squad due to the aforementioned 2.5 meter radius. Similarly, using the auto detonate on the building is also not effective. This is because of the time it takes for every member of a squad to enter the building. The anti-tank incendiary munition allows our anti-tank guns to deal 2% of the target's HP over 10 seconds after a penetrating shot. The total burn damage is approximately 1 shot of an anti-tank gun. The first strike bonus do not affect the burn damage. The advanced ambush training enhances the first strike ability of the ambushing infantries. However, the anti-tank guns do not receive these benefits. Both the incendiary and advanced ambush are great abilities with different benefits. The advanced ambush passive improves the first strike bonuses, especially for the high fire rate units, such as Assault Grenadier or Panzer Grenadiers with LMG. This is because these units effectively take advantage of the longer ambush duration, as they shoot more often and their aim time is shorter at close range. The incendiary rounds boost the effectiveness of anti-tank guns against heavy tanks, as the burning damage scales with the target's HP. The incendiary fire is also great when dealing with multiplied targets, as it can spread the damage over time. Sector Subterfuge Beacon is an interesting unit. It siphons 67% of the enemy's resource point and lowers the capture rate of the enemy unit by 50%. It can also be built in the natural territory. Each beacon costs 75 manpower. Considering these aspects, placing the beacon in an isolated area is generally a bad idea, because the siphon territories are very easy to spot and the beacon is expensive. Instead, we should use it to contest a strategic resource point. For example, in Torrente, the middle field is a heavily contested area, and controlling it gives a significant amount of field lead. Because the middle area is wide enough, there are safe spots to place the beacon on both sides. The beacon can make it significantly harder for the enemy to capture the point. Even if the enemy managed to capture the point, we will receive more resources than they do. From the allies' perspective, the best counter would be using flare to reveal the beacon's location and nuke it with a mortar. And that's it for this video. The next part is on the way, and if you find this video interesting, give it a like. Thank you for watching.